Hello there. Today I've got an Asvine. Do you like an Asvine? Today I've got an Asvine. Sorry, I didn't mean to smash your screen there. V200. This is in the rainbow finish. So these have been out for a little while. I think I was always going to get one of these at one point. I've got most of the other Asvine models that have come out. Except for the P20, I think it is. Just because I'm not desperate for it, I might pick one up at some stage. But anyway, so this is also available in a plain titanium finish. So I was always going to pick it up at some point. They go for, I think they started off between like £40 and £50, round about where I am, UK. You can get them a bit cheaper, I think, but this was pretty much bang on £40 on Amazon. But yeah, you can get them like in between £35, £45 or equivalent, or a bit cheaper if you go somewhere, AliExpress maybe, eBay, whatever. You get the picture. Anyway, so I was going to pick one up at some point, but wasn't kind of desperate. And it's not the £10 kind of throwaway thing, you know. But then I saw a rainbow finish come out, and I thought, well, I'm having that. It's a good rainbow finish as well. Some nice depth and different colour and stuff like that. So I really like that. So I pretty much found that out and bought it the same day, I think. So let's take a look. Cap band, you have Asvine, V200. Clip is flat with the quite thick as well actually, but not stupidly stiff. That is quite functional. Then you got finial up here, a little circle in there, grooved in. Then the vacuum operating knob, vacuum filler pen, vacuum operating knob on the back here. You've got two elastic bands, which other people pointed out they can come off. I say elastic bands, O-rings, whatever you like. And then the plain finial back there as well. Yeah, so some people have pointed out these can come off. They haven't with me yet, but I could see how they could easily come off. So screw cap and unscrews in 1/2, just over 1.5, maybe 1 3/4, to reveal a rainbow section and rainbow nib. So it's all very rainbow. It's very nice. Plastic feed, number 6 size nib, medium. Yep, medium in this case. Vacuum filling pen. So obviously unscrew that, and to operate, you pull the vac rod out, and then put it in some ink. Push the vac rod down, and it fills up with ink. So when it's tightened, it will seal. Come along, there we go. When it's tightened, it will seal between the main ink chamber in the barrel, and you've kind of got, I don't know if you can see it, but underneath there, it'll seal around here, and then you've got like a kind of secondary ink chamber in there. It's not really an ink window, but this is transparent, so you can kind of see how much ink you've got in there. And then if that's getting low, you just open that up and the ink flows through, or you can just keep this open and write continuously if you are writing for a long time. Just while I'm doing this, I will show you this. So one of the kind of things on this is, if you do want to do that, if you want to write with it open, that's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit rattly, a little bit loose, a little bit rattly. Kind of, I've become aware of that, and that annoys me. But there's not many slights on this pen, I must say, but that's one of them. So look, it's obviously very familiar to a conid in shape, if you're aware of such things. But let's take a look at some measurements, which I have here. So length, capped, uncapped, and posted. Yeah, so sorry, every single time, isn't it? It does post. It'll post onto the vacuum knob with the aid of those O-rings, which will grip inside there. So that is obviously where it could then bring an O-ring loose or whatever if you wanted to do that. It makes it very long, So I wouldn't write with it posted anyway. It does make it very long. Just puts I wouldn't say back weight, it's a tiny little bit of extra weight on the back there, but not stupidly so. It's more the length. So they're still intact. You might get a bit of scratch on there doing that as well, I'm not sure. But yeah, something to be aware of. Some measurements. Capped, uncapped, posted, very long. Weight, oh look, I haven't weighed it. I'll do that in a second. Barrel is about 13mm all along. And the section, it's very comfortable, concave section, from about 11 going into about 10mm, and then tapering back out before the nib. Shall we weigh it? Okay then. It does have a bit of ink in it, but not a lot, so we can be reasonably thingy with it. Right, so capped all in, you got 38.3. Take the bit of ink out, maybe 38.3, 38.4. Cap itself is 11.8, and without the cap, 26.5. There you go. Sorry, forgot to write all that down. So decent weight, because you've got that fat rod through the middle. Nice comfortable weight for me. Let's look at some comparisons. Oh, sorry, just before I do that, there is something I like. There's something else I like. So you've got a couple of thread positions on this. Now, the nib lines up with the clip. Isn't that great? If I've got a transparent cap, I do like the nib to line up with the clip. You can line it up that way, or from the other start position, you can line it up that way. It's not precise, but it's close enough for me. It's just when it ends up like that, that annoys me, but that's just me. Anyway, size comparisons, yes. Here we have some pens. So Wingsung 630, Pilot Custom 823, Trisbee Diamond 580, Diplomat Excellence, Lamy Studio, and then we've got other Asvines over here. So you've got the P80, the P30, the P50. Actually, I've got a P36 here as well, which is the other titanium, just for those. So it's on the larger side of the Asvine, comparable in length to a Wingsung 630, which is Mont Blanc 149 size, and a decent girth on there as well. So let's see how it writes. So we have Asvine V200. This has a medium nib. The ink in here is Herbin, Emerald, de Chivor, or Emerald of Chivor, if you prefer. This nib is absolutely glorious. I've done nothing to it. This is out of the box. I've done nothing to it. It's absolutely fantastic. It is smooth as you like. A really good flow. Let's do it quick. No problems there at all. So, like for wetness, very, very nice indeed. Look, it's still wet over there. I mean, it's the ink's on the wetter side, but it's just a really, really nice flow on this. Very, very smooth. For variation, you can push out a bit, but really, like if you spread the time, you're just getting mountains of ink coming out there. It does open up a bit. You can get a bit of variation out of there. Look, look how you look. See that lovely bit of ink coming out there. Don't know if you can see, but yeah. So it's a really nice flow for me. That's with a shimmer ink in there as well. So I really love this ink, by the by. I'm not a massive shimmer person. I mean, I did kind of half get into the shimmers and stuff, but my issue is actually, having the shimmer come out all the time. Because sometimes, if you don't rotate the pen or give it a little shake in between a few words and stuff, then it comes out a bit uneven. But I just really like the colour of this ink, regardless of the shimmer. So, but when you do get that shimmer coming out, when you get it really inky, there we go. Look at that, lovely. So yeah, I thought that went quite reasonably nice with the rainbow finish there as well. So yeah, really, really pleased with this. All the Asvines I've had really good nibs. I think this is the best. This is just really, really smooth. Great flow. Comes through nice and wet. Very well tuned. So happy with that. As I say, so that was around about 40 quid off Amazon. You can get it in comparable or slightly less prices depending on where you go. At the minute, I believe it's just the plain titanium finish or this one, but at the same price. Someone pointed out to me on my Instagram, it's like you get a titanium, you can do the anodization yourself. I've seen Doug from Inquiring Minds do it. I'm not doing that because I'd probably electrocute myself, or spill stuff everywhere, or just cock it up and not get a very good finish. But for this being the same price as the plain finish, very happy with that. It's a really nicely balanced pen, as far as I can tell, well put together. And that nib's great. I've had really good experiences with Asvine nibs. I've got, what did I have there? 5, I think. I've got 5 Asvines. Lost where I put them. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got another one as well. Actually, I've got the V 169. Oh, and I've got a V126 somewhere as well. The V126 has a really good nib on it. So obviously the nibs are going to be slightly potluck because they're the standard Asvine nibs. They've all been really good. I think one was ever so slightly dry for me, and that's personal preference. But they're certainly my favourite nibs coming out of China at the minute. I've had a bit of a bad run on Hongdian nibs, so Asvine have taken over on that one. I really, really like this pen as well. Obviously the big ink capacity, and you can seal that off for travel should you want to. The advantage of a vacuum filler. I think my only knock is when you write with this unscrewed to keep the flow open, it is a little bit rattly. Other than that, I can't fault this too much. I don't think you need these here, but whatever. Yeah, really good pen. If you're thinking about it, I don't think you'd be disappointed. Thanks very much. Have a lovely one. See you later.